Hey guys, it's Jam here, and here's another video upload from Jared. If you remember him, he's the guy who nearly topped in the Leicester Regionals with the Zombie Draco Pulse deck profile a format ago, but this time he's playing Monarchs and he's pulling a really weird Monarch build, and you should check it out. He ended 4th place, I believe, in the Huddersfield Regionals, the second Huddersfield Regionals of the year, not the ones from 2 weeks before, I think. So once again, he's done most of the work for this video, as you will see, and let's go and watch the deck profile then. You'll definitely enjoy it. It's a really interesting deck.
It's Jared Stone. I came 4th place at Huddersfield Regional yesterday. I went 5 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. I played versus 2 Monarch, 2 Cosmo, 2 BA, and like a Mermail. I'm playing Monarch with like a few new techs. I just thought I'd share it with you. It's pretty game breaking, and I was going to save it for Nationals, but I figured it'd help people out. So yeah, straight in with the deck lineup. It's 1 Jax Knight still. Just for your Lazuli target when you Brilliant Fusion. You send Lazuli, and this gets Seraphonite, activate Return of the Monarchs, use your additional summon to summon this, and then search Ever or Erebus. Then you can sack this off because it's a tribute summon monster for an Ever and Erebus. If you have Domain, then Ever becomes a rank 6 play with Karaz because you pop your Return and you Brilliant. If not, you just Erebus a card from their hand. 1 Quick Draw Synchron and 1 Jet Synchron. This opens up a lot of new plays in the deck, whilst also being like a red layer kind of card because it's level 5. It's a tuner that brings itself back from grave, and it makes Beatrice plays, or you can foolish it if you really need to summon a guy. This can discard like Pantheism from your hand or Erebus, same with this, to unbrick your hand, which is pretty awesome. I'll explain the combos with these afterwards. Then 2 Lazulis, just for your Jax Knight. It's better to play 2 because you get more value from the second Brilliant Fusion that way. Even if you draw one, you can just Durandal it back in, and it's never been a problem for me drawing this card, because Monarch generates enough advantage as it is, so you can afford to brick 1 or 2 cards. 2 Eidos and 2 Edia. It's just good in general, like, if you don't open up any XYZ plays, at least this gains you advantage, and even after you do your XYZ plays, you can say summon this, special this, because it's just you can't summon from your extra deck for the rest of the turn. Sending this off Brilliant Fusion can be useful too, after you've already sent a Jax Knight. Also, if you have Quick Draw Synchron and discard this, and then later on in the turn you send this with Brilliant or Beatrice, you banish this from grave, special this again, and then get another additional summon. So it adds up well with Quick Draw. And then just 2 Karaz. I think this is like the second best Monarch, and I really wanted to play 3, but I had no space at all. What I tend to do is, after I've already used 1 off Ever, it bounces back to hand, so like I'll Durandal to put it back in the deck, and that kind of like mitigates playing the 3rd. You need it to pop your Return and like disrupt their plays against Burning Abyss, or even Cosmo to pop Leviers sometimes. It's quite good. 2 Erebus. This is like really important still because you need the discard effect to add back a lot, and resolving Stormforth with this usually is just game sealing against most decks. It's pretty standard anyway, like you should know what this does. And 3 Ever, the best Monarch. Not much else I can say. Makes XYZ plays and does whatever you want. Now this spell lineup, Foolish Burial. It's just a card that like can send Jet Synchron or Erebus, so it like unbricks your hand and gives you like more plays. 1 Frost Blast. This card is so important because instead of playing Twin Twisters that you have to hard draw, and it's quite bad this format, at least this card is an engine card and can be Pantheismed away. Like you just banish it from grave with your Tenacity to pop any set card, and like once you've used it once, you can Edir it back to your hand, and by that time you'll have a Monarch on field, so you can play it again, pop a back row, banish it again, pop another. It's just the best card overall, like to fill that Spell and Trap Destruction void. The rest of the stuff's standard here, like 3 Tenacity, 3 Domain. This isn't actually standard, but I don't see the point why people play 1 in the XYZ build, because you always want to have this and this to make this level 6, special out your Karaz. Now you can pop 2 of your cards, so like you've popped this and another card you draw to. Now you make a Beatrice, like because this is level 6, and this play is so important in the deck. I just think people are really underestimating Domain as a card, especially in games 2 and 3 when you want to like outmask or restrict by domaining either of your monarchs to level 6 and then playing a second domain to level 4 just to normal summon a guy. It doesn't seem that good, but it's really relevant and people are really underestimating it. It's just this format. Rank 6 is really good. Like setting up a Beatrice first turn lets you dump this in their turn to add back the Ever again that you detached. Or even making an M7 to add back the Ever is quite a solid first turn play. So after the free domain, we've got free return and a Monarch. This card just generates your advantage for no reason. It gets all your combo pieces going if you have this in a Brilliant Fusion. You always just want to open it, and after you've seen one, you tend to just like send them with the other Monarchs to graveyard because it's not useful afterwards. And pop it with Karaz. Free Stormforth. This is like, you just need it because you need to summon your guys, and it's too good against Cosmo. Like I was considering playing 2 because whenever you do the Beatrice play, you can send this off Ever, banish it for the Prime, and then Edia can add this back when you dump it with Beatrice. So you always guarantee this, and then you'd have the Erebus next turn with this set to add back your Ever in their turn. Free Pantheism, like the core of the deck. This just unbricks your hands. Discarding a Prime off this is a +2, and the card's just insane. Free Brilliant Fusion. Getting 2 summons a turn is ridiculous in Monarch. Gives you rank 5 plays, just overall the best first turn starter card. And starter cards are really important in this format because if you don't open up good, you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like people are playing Maxis and stuff, but that's one less combo card going first. And I just feel like if the Maxi this, then I can at least return and add an Erebus to like, they get a 1-1 off the Maxi, but then I'm making them lose a card off the Erebus while setting up Pantheism and Prime. Also, once you've tributed the Seraphinite with this stays on the field, so it's a Karaz fodder as well, or a Durendal fodder. And then the last 2 spells is 2 tunings. This was just really good because rather than playing multiple of like these guys, you have the option, you're still playing 3 of these or 3 of these. And even the mill, like, it might not seem relevant and it might seem sacky, but you can mill like Pantheism, Prime, Frostblast, Erebus. There's so many good cards. Playing this thins your deck by 2 cards, so the less cards you play, obviously, the better. And it's just a really broken card for the deck. Obviously, I'll show the combos for these soon. And then the last 2 cards are 2 Prime. You don't need 3, and like, this just sets up so many plays for the deck. It's the best. It's like Treeborn on steroids. I'll reveal the extra deck and now explain the combos, and then afterwards I'll reveal the side deck. Extra deck is 2 Gem Knight Seraphinite. For your Brilliant Fusions, that's all it is for. Gives you 2 summons. 1 Alcei. This is really good because in certain scenarios against Cosmo, if they have like a Slit Rider out, you can go into this and make it go on top of their deck. So they're drawing a dead card, or like, even against like a Floodgate, if they drew a Restrict while you got this out, you make them top deck it and then go off, and then they're drawing a dead card for turn. It's good for getting rid of Beatrices and Dantes too. 1 Gaia Charger, put over your rank 5s, does piercing, it's pretty obvious. 1 Artifact Durendal, arguably the best rank 5 in the deck. It's just so relevant that you can unbreak your hand or like negate, turn any like Cosmo effect when they banish to pop one in your back row and they don't get the summon of the guy. Also, if they have a Beatrice, I tend to go into this. Like, I'd have 2 Prime out, set a spell or trap, then go into this right away, and I can stop the Beatrice effect from dumping to grave, so it like stops far and other things. Best rank 5. Beatrice, dump any spell or trap, really, or Edia. Just generates advantage and is an overall solid first turn play for adding your Ever back to your hand after you've already gained advantage. 1 M7, you can have back any monster from grave or bounce one of their like Beatrices. You can add back Quick Draw Synchron with this, like if you had to tribute it, so it's really useful. 1 Pleiades, bounce any threats. You can even bounce your Master Restrict, go off, set it again. It's amazing. 1 Volcasaurus, does damage for no reason, steals games with Gaia Charger. Then 1 Dante for the Cherry Blossom target and also the Beatrice target to summon.
Whenever you adjust, I've got a bed leg.
I had no room. I had no room for break sword. So like normally if you cherry blossom this, you've resolved the game anyway. Like you just ended the game. One of this Ultimate Sulking. Basically, this card is insane. You make it with Quick Draw and a Prime, and this is always free to summon. So you're sacrificing these 2 cards off to summon this. And what this does is, whenever you set a spell or trap, you can special summon any Dragon Synchro from your extra deck. So you get to summon any of these free. The first turn play is always going to Crystal Wing. This negates any monster affecting either player's turn and gains the attack of it. And if it attacks a level 5 or higher monster, it also gains the attack. So it's an out to Dark Planet. And it just gives you a really established first turn play. And while you control a Synchro, this can't be targeted by attacks or effects. So against BA, they cannot far for this, and you can negate anything they do with this. It puts a lot of pressure on every deck. And you always have the card to set because of Pantheism. So that's like the main combo of the deck. And against an established board, you make this and nuke the whole field and do 500 for each. And then with the Floodgates in the side deck, we like to say you go into this, set Masquerade Strict, flip, and then you got Starter Stock to protect it. Same with Stygian Dirge against BA or Dracopal decks. They can't really deal with this because Twin Twister is irrelevant. Yeah, and then the last card in the extra deck was Stardust Charge Warrior. There's a Beatrice play you can do, so it's pretty good with Karaz or whatever. You use it with Jet Synchron mainly with Prime and stuff to draw a card and then overlay.
What was that?
Now in the side, free Chaos Hunter. Against Cosmo, you just drop it in their turn. It shuts down every single play in their deck because whenever they special, you can discard a card from your hand to special it from your hand. So yeah, like they can't banish or anything. If you do it on like a Dart Destroyer that targets itself, you just summon this, the DD goes grave and they can't resolve the summon. Then free Winter Cherries. It's just for BA, like, and if you resolve one and draw more, you can always synchro with the Prime Monarch, so it's fine. Free Twin Twisters. We don't like Floodgates, so we just like to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Free Stygian Dirge, obviously for the Starter Spark Dragon play. It's just really good for making sure BA or Dracopal can't play. And free Masquerade Strix for the Monarch matchup. Just ensures we win the mirror match consistently and they can't really out it because of Starter Spark Dragon. Yeah, that's it for the deck profile.
Any shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out Complexity Card Gaming, and shout out Azalea Banks. Azalea Banks for just being completely ignorant and racist all the time. I really don't appreciate that, but yeah, just CCG. Thank you.